Sammy, what are you doing in the car? Are you serious? Why did you jump in there? Get out of there. Sammy, we're not going anywhere. Come on, get out of the car. Sammy, get out of the car. All right, you can stay in the car, but you're not going to be happy. Oh, we miss Sammy.
Yeah, we do.
That was...
oh, we're live now?
We are live.
Oh, thanks for the warning.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been playing the clip. They counted down to 0. It's counting on the thing. We got 51 people in here, so yeah, we're live.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to our Saturday nights.
Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live.
Is it Saturday?
You said Sunday.
Did I say Sunday?
You did.
Oh, jeez.
Pamela Lynn's here.
Hey, Pamela.
I don't think she made it last week.
My name twin Noreen Curtis is here. Lenny is in the chat. Hello, Lenny. How are we doing?
Nancy's here.
Cheryl Baker's here. Vicki Olden's here. Heidi's here. Thank you guys so much for dropping in.
We're up to 94 people.
Great. Okay.
Eddie's insisting on crawling under the table over there. It wasn't really made for dogs to go under, but that's okay. Oh, Jeremy's here.
Hello, Mr. Hales.
Has Jeremy made it to Florida yet?
Hello, Mr. Hales. How are you doing? Edward, are you okay back here?
He's fine. He's going to have powder coating dust all over him when he gets upstairs, but he's fine.
He's going to want to jump into bed with us.
Oh, you have to brush him off.
Well, we've been a little busy today, so I think he's been. Well, today we were out and about, and I think he's kind of a little bit needy right now.
Yeah, he's kind of clean to his. He's doing that thing where he bites on his.
Yeah, it's really weird. Hales is like, where could you be? Could you be in the state of confusion?
The state of Ohio, the state of Florida, any state in between, the state of confusion. Could be the state of confusion.
Dazed and confused. State of what am I?
Yeah.
Hello, Mayor Dan. How are you?
On
break.
We had a blast with Mayor Dan. Well, I did anyway. Noreen couldn't make it.
No. I figured I'm not 100%, and I thought, you know what? I know they were going to put smoke. They have that foggy stuff in there.
Well, that was more in the laboratory.
But I thought
I've
I would
got
just, heed the word of my doctor and just take it easy. But next year.
It's a little blurry, but that's me and Rob and Mayor Dan, and you can't
go back just a little bit.
There's some glare, but he actually had scissors sticking out of his eye. It was really cool. That was at that haunted schoolhouse was really nice. Mm-hmm. I probably haven't been there since like the first couple years that they opened.
Yeah,
and it's really, really nice. The technical aspect was just incredible. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, those Christmas displays where they used to move a little bit, but they would move really slow. Well, I mean, in the haunted house, you've got stuff like jumping out at you. And, some of it's human and some of it's, what are you doing? Some of it's mechanical. And the mechanical aspect of it was really neat.
Being goofy.
And we actually got a... I'll wait till you get done laughing before Whenever you're done.
Go ahead, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Are you finished?
Maybe.
Apparently you're not.
Do you want me to step over this?
No, you're fine. Just sit there.
So you're telling us that the technical aspects of this schoolhouse.
So Mayor Dan gave us a tour of the schoolhouse. And when you get done with the schoolhouse, it empties you out into like a courtyard where you can buy like T-shirts. You can buy, they've got like a bar set up there. You can buy something to drink. You can get, I think there was like a popcorn thing there. What do you do with it?
Happy birthday to Dimples. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. birthday, Booze. Happy birthday to you.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. So you do that, and then you go into the haunted laboratory, and that's where all the fog.
Lavatory.
Laboratory.
Lavatory?
Well, the bathrooms are haunted there too.
Did you use them?
You got people jumping out of the stalls at you.
If the ghost and ghoulies won't get you, the doo-doo will.
There was one scene where it was supposed to be a bathroom, and it was hilarious.
If the ghoulies don't get you, the smell will.
Sorry for the weird show, guys.
Weird?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that's what you get for taking me to a bluegrass concert.
A bluegrass?
Bluegrass concert.
Bluegrass, okay.
Yes. One of our good friends,
It wasn't really a concert. It was more of a...
Thank you, Heidi.
I don't know.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was his buddy Dan was sponsoring a little bit of a bluegrass concert, and it was great. We would have still been there, but we knew we had to come and entertain you.
Thank you for saving me. No. I actually enjoyed the show. The leader of the bluegrass band was like 89 years old. He's up there jumping around like a teenager. I wish I had his energy at my age.
And we had this sweet guy sit with us. It's his 93rd birthday. Yeah,
tomorrow I'll be 93 years old. You didn't ever guess by looking at this guy who was 93.
No, he was a sweetheart.
These are just cans of water, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's got a different flavor than me, but
it could be the meds I'm on there, Dan. I don't know. I did take some Tylenol today because it was a bit of a rough week because about midweek it was like rainy and cold, and my sciences are like, no, we don't like this.
Then it got nice. So you guys know that Dan's going back to work.
Have fun.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Dan. And again, thank you for last night. We had a blast there at the haunted house.
Is it really work for Mayor Dan? I mean, really?
No, it's not.
No.
He shows up and he has as much fun as anybody else.
Yeah. Next year, I'll definitely go. Yeah. Next year. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So we did that last night, and then you were talking about the rain during the week.
Oh yeah. So today was a nice day. Where'd you go?
We're moved it over there.
Okay, where are we? Okay,
we're here.
All right, and yeah, it was a nice day today. Donna's dad came through for her.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about the phone call I got last Friday. Dad, I need a car by Monday.
And I need it now.
Because she called me from the other side of town. I had to drive all the way over there.
Oh my goodness! I'll be right
reached in the car.
Go ahead, you tell.
Reached in her car and it started. The problem is it has multiple problems, and most of them result in the car not starting when you want it to. Usually, once you get it started, it runs, good enough to get to where you're going. So I spent the week looking for a car for her. And what is that? Oh, you Kleenex.
Yeah.
And I found one. So I'll show you what I bought her for. It turned out with all the fees, I bought it on auction, with all the fees and the wire transfer fees, I spent $2,100 on this car. And I think it turned out pretty good. There's the car. It is a
Subaru.
It's a salvage. Can you see the damage? Right here, there's a scrape down the side of the car. It starts here with that dent. There's a little dent there. And there's another little dent back here that you can barely see. And that's what did it.
And she's very happy because Daddy got it at a good deal. He has to do a little tweaking to
I have to do a little bit of work to it.
And get to pass state inspection because it was sold on a salvage title. So he knows how to do that.
Yeah, I've done that. I do that with all our cars. Every car we have pretty much is like that.
It should be ready to rock and roll before the snow starts flying. So she was really happy. She goes, well, she's a little like me. If it'll get me where I got to go, I'm fine. If it's not perfect looking, fine.
Yeah.
Just happy to have a decent car to get me where I need to go.
I'm probably not even going to fix the dents.
No.
I'm probably just going to, do a little bit of paint work so it doesn't rust. And it just needs little things like that. It's got one of those where you, instead of having to actually lift the tailgate up, you just push a button and it goes up. Mm-hmm. And then you push another button and it goes down. That's busted. That's like $150 part. It needs a belt. It needs an oil change. Just stupid stuff like that. So I felt like I accomplished something this week in just finding her a car because I was spending way too much time.
I think we accomplished something else this week. I think.
Well, that's the joke of the thumbnail. The big news. and then it says we'll tell you next week. So we were supposed to close on a property yesterday, Friday. Mm-hmm. And the reason we're closing on this property is because I still have this building that I can't put up where I wanted to put it up. Mm-hmm. And so it's been maybe a little over a month ago, about a month ago, I was, my realtor sends me emails with land. He sends me one email with blank land, sends me another for commercial property. And this came up in the vacant land email, and it was in a community not far from the one I own, actually kind of between here and my other property. It's in a community that does not have zoning restrictions, so you can literally have a $500,000 house and then a fully functioning auto recycling facility right next to it, and then a retail store, and then another house. They don't care. It's your land. Do what you want with it.
It's a rural community.
So there's little over 2 acres, and it's what they call unplatted. And I think I may have talked about this before. And with that much land and it being unplatted, that means that if I put my building up and declare it an agricultural structure, nobody can stop me from building it without a bathroom. So,
yeah, and I think the paperwork is almost all done. You know how these things go; they never go the way you think they're going to go. For the most part, it's just getting funds from here to there.
Yeah,
and
so Crafty Jen wants to know if I will. No, I won't sell the other property. Yeah, the property taxes on it are only like $50-some a year, so I'm going to keep it.
So Monday I'm going to have to do a little bit of bugging work. Hey, does it get done to this? Get done to this?
Well, we got the congratulations. Thank you for doing business with us. From the title agency. Thank you for doing business with us. Congratulations. You own this property. Blah blah blah. All those form things. And then about 4:30, we get another email that says, we didn't get the wire transfer from the trust account. Like, well, I mean,
what the hell? I don't think so.
I'll sell you a ranch in Florida. No.
Sorry, dude.
Tell you what, you take over that piece of trash across the street from you, and you want to sell that.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
Talking about all these snowbirds today, and I'm like, we're getting ready to rock and roll. I'm like, yeah, I know our buddy. He's getting ready to rock and roll too.
I think he left already. He's not saying where he is.
He's in the state of confusion.
Yeah.
There we go.
I thought he left. He left without. I was going to prepay him for helping us with our whatnot auctions Friday. He said he was going to do it for free. And then when he saw the keychains, he raised his price.
Thank you, Cindy.
These are the keychains. You guys remember this truck? And I don't think I'll ever sell this truck. I don't think I could decide who I would sell it to anyway.
No, you cannot sell that.
But you can all have a little piece of that beauty in the keychain. These are actually nice keychains.
These are nice, guys.
I spent the money on these. This got some weight to them.
He put a little thought in these.
It was extra to have the glossy finish put over the truck, and I paid that, and I bought 101 of these because I figured I would keep one. With Jeremy's, that brings me down to 99 available, and the idea is
good advice, Susan. Yeah, good advice.
Dollar General. I spent 2 years messing with the township trying to get because I was going to develop one of the part of some property for a Dollar General. Anyway, that's all water under the bridge. The idea is when I sell all these, if I sell all these, I'll do a keychain with the Jeep that I restored. And then if I sell all those, when I sell them all, I'll have to do another keychain, which means I have to finish the restoration project I started probably a year ago.
Okay, baby. Forgive me, guys.
Whatnot name?
Baby Cornball 49.
Okay, so here it is.
Here it is.
Because when I tried to type in Conky anything, CONKY, the way it's spelled on my channel, it rejects it. So I had to spell it CONKEY and then the word sales. Conky sales.
Conky sales.
Yeah, so if I ever get a rep, I will ask them to figure out how I can have my own name. And I'm pretty sure that if I change the name, like even after people are following me, it's like changing anything else where you keep your followers. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But right now it's Conky Sales, CONKEY Sales. All one word, I guess.
Right. And our first auction is going to be this Friday, October 25th at 9 p.m. We are going to be following what the Hales auction is starting at 7 o'clock.
So they'll do theirs at 7, and then they'll, I guess it's called raid us at 9 o'clock, and Jeremy will come over and actually be the auctioneer.
And he'll hang out with us And what are you planning to sell on your first auction?
The first one is going to be primarily die-cast. Hot Wheels, Matchbox, and the higher end, like the green light stuff. The green light stuff will be, from the 90s and 2000s. It's from the Vince unit. I should re-release the video of the Vince units because that was like the first storage unit we filmed.
Joan, actually, I'm not really on any medication. It's just that I'm still nasally. I'm still healing. I go back to my doctor on Thursday for another checkup to see where I'm going. It's just I'm very nasally right now.
So
I sound like I'm from Brooklyn or something.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put these keychains as a buy it now on our Whatnot auction. We're probably going to put them up for, it's a support the channel type thing. I'm not going to sit here and tell you my keychain's worth anything, but a lot of people like to, throw some love our way, and we're hoping that, we can kind of pay you back with one of these.
And what Conky is going to be doing, because this is a pretty cool auction, he's actually, we already got the show links created for this Friday, and then 2 weeks on the 8th, I believe, is the next one. He's going to actually put pictures in exactly, what the
for most of it. I may do some. There may be some mystery ones in there just to keep it interesting. But what we're going to do is we're going to put these on Whatnot
the buy
it now for. I don't know. Do you suppose they might be worth $15? Like a $15 support for the channel? Think that's asking too much?
I think that sounds about fair. We'll put
So,
them
but
on
that's
there.
the whatnot. I think maybe tonight. And here's another thing: when I'm probably going to hold a few back because I think Mayor Dan said he wanted one. I know Rob said he wanted one. We're probably going to hold another handful back. But when the rest are sold, they're sold. I'm not going to redo this keychain. This is it. Mm-hmm. The idea is I move forward with my restorations instead of, just like redoing the old ones.
And then,
so
go ahead.
That creates sort of a limited supply, if you want to call it that. Limited
editions. We all know that one. But these are really nice and they're solid and you really can use them. And I was proud. He did that all.
Yeah, I did all by myself. I sat right here and I picked the picture. And I actually I sent it off. See, Jeremy said he'd give $15 for one. Mm-hmm. But we gotta pay him for being the auctioneer.
Yes, we do have to pay him for being the auctioneer.
So
and go ahead.
So I think what we're gonna do, maybe just for tonight, is if anybody wants one of these, that's in the chat right now. We got 217 people. If anybody wants one, we'll do $12 shipped tonight. If you just put in the chat you want one, send us an email. In fact, I'll put the
just $12 free shipping.
Banners. And I'm gonna make our email. Yeah, pretty much the same thing as when the when the auction was on.
We did our auction. Just send me an email.
If anybody sends us an email, we will send you a PayPal invoice. $12. It'll show up at your door. Nice keychain. And I don't think I'm even going to use mine. I think I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to collect my own keychains. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make sure you do that. Keep a copy for yourself.
So that's actually what this. They come wrapped in like a plastic baggie. So when I do my next one, which will be the Jeep, you guys have seen the Jeep. I'll show it to you right here. I don't know if you guys remember what a mess this thing was when I first got it. So, and there's all the old parts. I don't throw them away. That's them. But there's the Jeep. And for what it was, it actually turned out better than I thought it was going to turn out. It's not perfect. But when I do this, the keychain will turn out really nice. I mean, the interior in that thing was trash. I'm looking at it now. You got to go back and watch the video on these. So Helen wants to know if we'd post one to New Zealand.
Send me an email, Helen. Let me look into it.
Yeah, because it's only. I mean, we're gonna put these in a like an envelope or something. We should be able to get away with something, but we'll figure that out. Send an email. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, just send us an email. I'll look into it and we'll figure something out.
So yeah, anybody, the email address it's the Conkys Flippin Adventures @gmail.com.
Right, and we'll get those out.
And we really appreciate the support that you guys are offering from this.
And I feel this is a great way we can get back to doing the auctions. I know people have been asking for auctions, and this is a way we can do it where we pretty much stay in line with the guides, being that we live in the state of Ohio.
Yeah.
Now, if we lived in Pennsylvania
or Indiana or Kentucky or Florida or any
West
place
Virginia,
everything would be fine.
Probably in Canada.
Yeah.
No.
Now what would be funny is because I buy land all over the place. If we bought a place like in Pennsylvania, a little piece of land, and go to an auction, we zip over the state line. And here's what I would do, because I'm such a smartass, is I would create an environment for the auction. Like you would see all this stuff in the background. And then I would create the exact same environment at home here in Ohio. And we just see what happens, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've thought about that too, but the money involved in that'd be crazy.
Oh, I'm enough of a smartass. I'd spend the money to do it.
So we really appreciate Jeremy Hales for helping us with that.
We understand. We understand and appreciate the value.
Yes,
of that.
We do. So the goal right now is to do one every other week on Friday at 9:00. And then on the 8th, we will get back into more of the storage units. I think the next one, the 8th, we want to focus on what stuff we have left from the hoarder lady unit. So we're going to look into that.
Yeah, we're gonna, whatever we figure we can ship easily.
But we got tons of great stuff just on our property that we could do a lot with right now. So.
And speaking of storage units, I haven't bought. Well, we haven't bought a storage unit in over a year.
Mm-hmm. Because we just have no place.
We just have no room for anything.
No.
When we sold the schoolhouse, we're just full of stuff. This is a charge $1,000 an hour or a keychain.
Does it need to be 24 karat gold for you, Jeremy?
No, he wants that keychain.
Okay. We'll have it engraved. Jeremy Hells is the greatest.
Greatest auctioneer of all time. Well, I don't know if that'll fit on there.
But yes, we do appreciate it. I mean, it's going to help us so much because it's been a very challenging year. I mean, we spent definitely more him than me, but just so much time was spent trying to get the property we have out in Palmyra, just where we could do things with, and we just got shot down from all over.
So here's the funny part.
Yeah.
I went back to now the zoning inspector for Palmyra. Her name is Sandra. She's the sweetest lady you'd ever want to meet.
And if you guys want to add her to your prayer list, she
just lost. I just found out the other day she just lost her husband a few weeks ago.
Right.
And when I saw her, she didn't even say anything. I found out from one of my other neighbors. Mm-hmm. So the neighbor, actually the guy that I sold the schoolhouse to is my neighbor out there now. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that she called him not knowing she was calling him because she needed a big tree cut down in her yard. Mm-hmm. So he's not going to charge her. He told me, so if I want to show up and help, he's just getting a bunch of guys together. We're going to go over there and we're going to take care of this tree. I think it's 2 weeks from today we're going to be over there doing it.
Yeah. But and Ruth, and to answer to your question, Jeremy is now a licensed auctioneer in the state of Ohio. So yes, he is going to be on our show to cover that point.
He's going to be the live call auctioneer.
Right. So that's why we thank him so much.
We're just going to be showing the stuff.
He's taken his time to help us with this. And like I said, we can't thank him enough. So if you guys want to show him a little love, I know Christian and Patience are doing Whatnot Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 7 to 9. And then Thursday, Friday, George and Deanna will be doing the Whatnot from 7 to 9. And then the Sunday after the What the Hell's Live, they'll do their Whatnot show. Right now, Saturdays.
So go there and spend the $15.
Yeah.
And you can, from what I understand, you can spend it on ours. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can take the $15 that Jeremy gave you when you signed up, and you can buy a keychain and whatnot, because that's what we're
on our channel. Yeah. We're nasty. Yeah, but yes, Jeremy, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Absolutely.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Mm.
So what happened when I was telling you about Sandra, the zoning inspector. When I stopped by to see her a week ago Wednesday, I walked in, because she thinks I'm still going to be able to build the building. If I'm in Florida, do you think they'll let me be? Probably not. No, they'll probably kick you out. So I had to go in there and explain to her that I'm not going to be able to build a building because of the bathroom, and that I'd already hired 2 architects and a lawyer, and that's how we figured this out. And I said, I still want to tear down that old garage. I said, do you think they will let me put a couple shipping containers towards the back of my property? And I'll paint them all up. I'll paint them like a dark gray or a black or something. You won't even know they're there. So she's going to see if I can do that. And then she said, do you think you could make it look like a building? I said, well, yeah, I could put a roof kit on it, but, then you have to leave me alone about that. I'll do anything to make it a nice property, but you got to leave me alone and let me do that. Because it seems like the whole way through, everything I did to try to improve it, the neighbors were coming out of the woodwork with pitchforks and and torches
Yeah.
and trying to stop me, which I still don't understand. But okay.
So also what I wanted to say too, with regards to our first auction, since you will be putting pictures and a brief description, so to speak, you will be able to go in there. As soon as he starts putting all those in there, you'll be able to go in and preview those prior to our auction.
Yeah, you can even pre-bid on them.
Pre-bid on them. So
everything starts at $1, just like Jeremy. Everything starts at $1. You can pre-bid, and you might, you put in a high enough pre-bid, you might just get it with and not have to be at the live auction if you're doing something Friday night between 9 and whatever time we end up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to put. I was thinking 100 lots, but that's we would have to really be moving.
Now, if you think this is something that maybe we should just do
maybe scale back and do like 60 or 70,
right? So that you can give people an opportunity to really, because this stuff. This is not.
Yeah, we're gonna have buy it now items. One of them's gonna be my nifty keychain here. We were thinking about. You guys remember the Seawees?
Seawees.
I don't know if we want to do those as a buy it now or should we hang on to those and maybe do an auction on some of those later.
I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, we're still trying to. There's just so many. There's just so much opportunity with whatnot and what you can do with it. I've often thought about give Conkys some sugar for $10. I'll go give Conkys some sugar.
Yeah, give me a kiss.
Yeah.
You like that? See, that was funny. Dan wants to know why we don't get our auction license. I wanted to when Jeremy and Roy went to the auctioneer school. That was 2 weeks at the beginning of, what was that, August?
It was the end of June.
End of June?
End of June, I do believe.
I was so busy then I couldn't. For me to take 2 hours and put them together back to back and not be working or doing something that needs to be done almost immediately, it's almost impossible.
Right. For Conkys.
For me to take 2 weeks.
2 weeks off?
No.
His day job customers would have a heart attack.
Fit.
They would have a fit. I mean, some of these customers, they wanted stuff done like yesterday. And he's had a hard time telling them, I can do things as fast as I can, but you got to understand I'm ordering you parts and they got to come all over the place. I'll do the best I can. I mean, they think that if they
should snap their fingers and have it be done yesterday.
Have it order a part and it be shipped overnight. And sometimes
that means that I'm there the next day as soon as it shows up,
right,
solving their problem.
But you're still at the mercy of the vendor to give you. Yeah. So no, for him to take 2 weeks off at this time was not feasible.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
No. Down the road.
Now, let's say, for example, because I have certain goals I want to reach before I actually retire.
Mm-hmm.
And I've mentioned it in the past. I want to, we don't live in debt. We don't have car payments. My credit card's almost always maxed out, but I pay that off at the end of the month. My only debt is I have a house payment, and I would like to clear that up before I decide to retire. And if we can,
and just to reiterate, this will be a buy it now item on the whatnot page when we have our auction.
Yeah. See, even Jeremy says it's extremely challenging to dedicate 2 full weeks to licensing.
And Jeremy, and how he's, and we're talking about, intense stuff. This is 8 to 5 every day for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I don't think Jeremy's little brain can handle it.
It did, because he passed his test.
I think he almost blew up.
Yeah, it's it's like, wow, and he's used to always being on the go, and to be in one place 8 to 9 hours a day for 2 weeks. I think that would have.
I think if I recall, before that, Jeremy had a full head of hair.
I think you're right. That's where it went.
Yep. He let all the smoke out of his ears, and that took his hair out.
Right. But I know Christian took the course as well.
Yep. Roy from Avery's All In took the course. I think
we even heard that maybe it's. I'm not going to say nothing there. But and Roy with Avery's All In, he took the course too. But yeah, that was the only issue, to take 2 weeks off. And no, he's got some customers. No.
Yeah. So I'd have to I have to really work that in to get that done. So again, I appreciate Jeremy doing that,
Right.
being there for me and doing the auctions. Now, I've said in the past that I consider it a constitutional issue that Ohio passed that law to begin with. Because now I've always understood that if you're going to sell somebody else's property, you should be licensed, whether it's auctioning chattels, whether it's real estate. Yes, if you're going to sell somebody else's property, if somebody's going to consign to you their valuables, you should be licensed by the state and bonded and the whole thing.
Right, and there's also too, you got to remember livestock auctions. Same thing here, selling cattle and.
But if you're selling your own property, that's an issue, because first of all, there's a First Amendment issue. Why can't I communicate to somebody in a manner in which I encourage people to compete for the product that I'm selling? Why can't I say, who will give me this? Who will give me that? That is free speech. So that's the first constitutional issue with that law. The second one is, I think it's the Fourth Amendment that says that you have the right to be secure in your possessions. That means that anything you own, this keychain, for example, I have the right to buy and sell this keychain any way I see fit. If I want to throw it away, I can throw it away. If I want to sell it for $1,000, if somebody will pay that, I'll sell it for $1,000. When they come along, if you already have property that you're planning on auctioning, and the state comes along and says, okay, now if you want to auction it, you gotta get a license and give us money. That's considered a taking. That's the same as, to you, by law, that is the same as the government just taking your stuff. And they can't do that without fair and adequate compensation. That's where, like even things like eminent domain come in. They can't take your property without paying you for it. Well, if you have a warehouse full of inventory, and they come along and say, and it's your inventory, it's not somebody else's, they come along and say, you can't sell that in a manner in which you want to sell it, that is a taking. Did the law compensate me for all this stuff I have to auction that I can't auction now? No. So I've always said that if anybody came after me, I would give them a fight. I would give them a fight, and I guarantee you it would result in that law being not overturned. There's parts of the law that are still good, but the parts of the law that I'm saying have constitutional issues would be null and void. And then everybody in Ohio could go back to selling their stuff again if they want to. Their stuff. You never, well, I don't want to say never, but even before this law was passed, you still couldn't take consignments from other people and sell it legally. And that's my, I'll get off my soapbox now.
Okay.
I'll get off my soapbox. You okay over there? Yeah, LRG, civil asset forfeiture is wrong on more levels than what I just described.
You may want to move yourself. People can see.
Yeah, I'm going to get back up here. This chair has one of the. I got this chair out of a storage unit that they couldn't sell in Worcester, and I remember Jesse was there and Jeremy was there.
Rob,
I think Rob was even there too.
Yeah, Rob usually tries to.
And it was a unit they couldn't sell, and they said, "Well, give it to whoever wants it." I think Jesse spoke up and said, "I'll take it." And he's in there. Hey, anybody want anything? And I looked at that chair. I said, "Well, that chair looks awful comfortable. I wouldn't mind having that for my downstairs, studio down there." So we threw it in the back of whatever I was driving. And the only thing wrong, it's a nice chair, it's comfortable, but the only thing wrong with it is, as you're sitting here, you feel yourself
like in
until
that
you're eventually
scene of Johnny English 2,
yeah,
where he's at that
the first
conference
one.
table, and
Yeah,
just,
no, Johnny
the chair, he's just,
and then the chair just keeps going down and down and down. It's like looking at people he's talking.
So we're gonna be getting that ready this week. So you guys, just sign up for the Whatnot app. It's very simple. Key thing is you're going to have to give them your shipping address, and you're going to have to give a payment option in order to bid on stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that has to be in place.
And it's as secure as anybody else you give your credit card to. You know what I mean? It's not like some kid's going to be running around buying gas with it or something. You just give it to them, and whatever you buy just goes onto that card or that account.
And the shipments will be probably going out to Tuesday afterwards. Yeah.
I'll have to help you with the shipments because
we'll
yeah, I think I'll keep it down to like 60 or so. I don't know what the hell possessed me to say 100. Joanne wants to know about the bread. You want to go get the bread?
Do you guys want to know what the status of the bread is?
Yeah, she's gonna go get it. You guys.
I forgot to bring it down.
Yeah. Okay, you guys guess the status of the bread while she goes and gets it. Any you got full loaf, half loaf, 2 or 3 pieces missing. What do you guys think? How much bread do you think there is? Amy says half loaf. Heidi says half loaf. Kathy says half loaf. A lot of half loaf guesses. Half. 3/4. Yep, half. 45%, John says. Jackie says 1/4. 3/4 Lynette. Half a sandwich left, baby cornball. Kathleen says half loaf. Jen says LRG 0.75 loaf remaining. Emily says not much. 3/5 of a loaf, Rosilla says. You guys are going to be surprised when you see the loaf of bread. Half, 3/4, enough to make the last sandwich. Well, guys, here it is. You see that cold steam coming off it?
So this morning we went out to breakfast with our friends and our daughter, and we got back about 1 o'clock. And he's like, "Well, can we still make me bread today?" I said, "Well, what time are you leaving for this bluegrass pizza concert thing?"
Bluegrass pizza concert. I have never, ever heard those words before in my life.
It was great. And he's like, "Well, we should kind of leave there around, be there around 5-ish or so." I said, "Well, because I have, I need about at least a straight 4-hour time to do this between, the rising and the baking, and it wasn't going to happen."
Green, did you ever do stained dog bone ornament for Eddie like I did for Roxy and Sammy?
I have not had an opportunity. No. I don't. I really don't have a lot of time to do crafty fun things and now I'm not going to have any time to do crafty fun things.
Well, so Crafty Jen was, so did I ever do the stained dog bone ornament for like I did for Roxy and Sammy?
Oh, I think we got Roxy's. No, I don't think we have an Eddie.
No, we don't have an Eddie one, do we?
No, and I'm sitting there thinking it'd be so nice to put up a tree, but we'll figure it out. I can't believe it's that time of year, y'all.
Kathy
really
says commercials X3, so there shouldn't be any commercials in our show right now.
Really?
Are they showing commercials?
Are they showing commercials while we?
I must have checked the wrong box when I set the show up. I didn't mean for there to be commercials in the show. I meant for there to be commercials on the replays. Put this back in the freezer. Put them back in the freezer. Put them back in the freezer. Oh crap! All right, well, sorry about that. You know what the nice thing about the Whatnot shows? No commercials. You just watch us. Conky, your filter needs changed. Oh, yeah. All I really do is, that's just the powder from the last thing I powder coated. All I do is just knock the powder off and go again. Thought I saw, hey, Roy's here. What's up, Conky and Marie? Hey, Roy. I talked to Roy yesterday for a little bit. He actually called me. When I saw who was calling, I wanted to talk to Roy. I was loading the car that I showed you guys earlier that I bought for my kid. I was loading it onto the trailer and strapping it down.
Oh.
Roy's in the chat too.
Hey, Roy, how are you and Lisa holding up these days? We may not have commercials during our Whatnot show. There could be trolls.
You think?
There could be trolls.
Could be trolls.
Could be trolls. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Could be trolls in the.
There could be trolls.
Which brings me to
what?
A question. I know there's somehow, because as you see, we have moderators here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. We actually did talk about Whatnot. We have moderators in our YouTube chat. We're gonna need moderators for our Whatnot show. So we're gonna have to, and they can't, like all these moderators you see here. They've been moderators for months, if not years. For Whatnot, they haven't figured out how to make it so that you can have like permanent moderators. So you have to add them to the show every time you start a show or an auction. So I guess what we're asking is anybody here that we have as a moderator want to be a moderator in our
send an email
thing?
Send an email.
Just send an email.
Send an email, conkysuppadventures@gmail.com.
So we only need like a small handful.
Right. I think
like one or two.
I think you're only allowed up to
Lenny says, yeah.
You're only allowed like I think up to 4 or 5.
So if Lenny wants to be one that pretty much Lenny and maybe one other person in case Lenny can't make it. That should pretty much cover us. And we'll go over what we need to do as far as that goes before the show.
So it's pretty much lots are going to start off at $1, and it's not going to be a big flat of things like we've done.
No, it's just going to be
one or two or three items, just
yeah,
depending on the size. And I think it'll be great. It'll be probably a little crazy the first time we do it.
It'll be a lot crazy.
A lot crazy.
Remember the train wreck it was when we started our
train wreck.
The train's here somewhere.
I don't know where it's at.
We need to get that train out for our first Whatnot show.
We really need to focus this week on everything.
I'm going to go through. I've got a lot to do tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm delivering because I got all this. I may have mentioned.
That's right, Lenny.
I may have mentioned the last few weeks. I've gotten a lot of used fitness equipment in, and I've been trying to sell it. So I'm delivering 2 pieces. I'm delivering a treadmill and a cable crossover on Monday. So I have to load all that in the trailer tomorrow.
Pause. And just to reiterate, our Whatnot show name is Conkey. CONKEY, because we couldn't have the way we wanted it.
Yeah.
Conky Sales. That's our
Pamela just put it in.
Okay, thank you, Pamela.
Let me do this. That's our Whatnot.
Yeah. There is an E between the K and the Y.
Yeah.
Because
I typed in CONKY and it's a sensitive something or another, and I don't know what the hell that means. But
all I could figure out is that the algorithm that they're using for names did not like it. Maybe it was too close to something else. If you guys get my drafts, that's all I can figure. So Conkey Sales. Alrighty, go ahead and finish.
I think it's sales. I think it is sales, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Conkey Sales.
I don't have my phone down
with the S at the end.
Conkey Sales.
Yeah. So anyway, my point in bringing all that up was I'm going to be busy tomorrow anyway, but tomorrow is the day that I want to select the lots and put the auction together, or I'll at least put it in a spreadsheet, and then you can do whatever.
Yeah, I'll get the spreadsheet down here for you.
You need to email it to me before you leave tomorrow because you're going to be gone. But
I will. Yeah, hit me on the tomorrow. I haven't seen my mother in a few weeks. I'm going down to visit my mother and watch the Cleveland Browns.
Why would you do that to yourself?
It's more about visiting my mother than the Cleveland Browns. They've already given up on the season. In fact, they're going to be building a brand new dome stadium in a suburb of Cleveland. You tell me.
Oh, man.
You tell me. But Cleveland Brown season is basically over. There's no coming back. So it's just I go down to visit my mother. That's more about visiting my mother than the Browns, because I don't know. I'm at a point in my life where when I was younger, I was, I would get emotionally involved in these teams. I don't do it anymore. I know better.
There's a British insult, conky. I think that's why.
Oh, I don't know if I want to know that.
Well, we're not. We have some fans in Great Britain. I'm sure they don't think we're trying to insult them with my name.
No, it's just So
You're related to Soupy Sales.
Soupy
Soupy Sales the one that said, "Okay, kids, when your mommy and daddy were asleep, go
it was like New Year's Day,
and
show.
Open up their wallet and take all the green stuff out and send it to Soupy."
They did.
Okay, everybody. Go to your wallets and take all the green stuff out and send it to Conkys.
Conkys Flippin Adventures. The P.O. Box is right there. P.O. Box 204, Talmadge, Ohio, 44278.
No, don't do that.
No. Yeah, he did get into trouble. I think it was New Year's Day.
Yeah, when everybody was hungover.
And I think maybe he'd been a bit hungover.
Yeah, probably.
Well.
Yeah. No, he probably still. I don't think he was hungover yet. I think he was still working on it.
Working, he was tipsy. He was tipsy. Tipsy in the club. Tipsy in the club.
Yeah, okay.
You poor man.
Yeah.
You've spent 40 years of your life with me. You poor thing. There's a special place in heaven for him, guys.
Trying to put the con in Conky.
Con and Conky, or the monkey, Conky monkey.
Monkey.
Come on, do your monkey.
No, I don't feel good. I'm not going to do it.
He won't do his monkey. No, it's Bella V. You can get
it's
all
just
these
water.
money. Yeah.
It's just water.
No, it was just a good day today. Maybe there's something in that stuff at the pizza. I don't know.
I don't know. Dan's wife was making the pizza.
Oh my God. It was fun. We would have stayed until it was, I think they're playing till 10 tonight.
Yeah, something like that.
Because, he needs some McDonald's loving. Well, we don't have a McDonald's in our neck of the woods.
No, they tore it down.
They tore it down.
Yeah, we did a number on that place. They just bulldozed it. It's gone.
Oh, but seriously, they have one of those kiddie playgrounds in there. And one day, I was going to the post office. I drove by and they were tearing it down. So I went across the street, took a few pictures. And I said, text to our daughter, Donna. I said, Donna. Oh, what did I?
Because there used to be a ball pit in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, not just a ball pit. It was a whole play.
She was little. I would take her up there.
It was a whole play thing.
She would play in it. And I said, well, here's an end of some of your childhood. I showed her the pictures of them tearing down the little play area. She goes, oh, so you feel old now?
I remember when they built that one. I mean, when you remember they built something and then they're tearing it down and building another one just like it. It's like,
I think it's going to be a little different. It was kind of an awkward. They built it without they got, because the restaurant was like this.
That's right. They built the restaurant and then they added the play
area. The play area is like,
Yeah. And
I think they're all getting rid of their play areas because, well, kid gets scraped up. Oh,
yeah.
So you know how that is. But, but when
they
Donna
just go back to throwing hot coffee on people who want to.
But I would take Donna up there 3 or 4 years old, and we would get a Happy Meal, and I would let her run around and play in the whatchamacallit. And then, of course, I'd take her home and desanitize her. And but yeah.
You mean sanitizer?
Sanitizer.
Degouse the kid or whatever you want to call it.
Y'all get my drift.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think the chat's frozen up.
Did the chat freeze?
Yeah, we're still up.
We're still up. Well,
so we have been on for almost an hour.
Almost an hour. And the thingamajig. The thing.
The thing.
The thing. The thing.
The thingy.
Oh my God.
Better get the thing. That was a It was one of the Bugs Bunny style Warner Brothers cartoons where it says, "You better get the thing." She comes out with a plunger, hold the plunger up. It's kind of a joke between me and Kevin.
Oh, Kathy Steer goes, I remember when McDonald's hamburgers were 30 cents. Oh, yeah, my dad told me that back in the day when he was a teenager.
No, she says 10 cents. You need your glasses on.
Well, I need new glasses. Well, that's next year's first quarter project now that I got all this fixed up. But
I mean, I'm sure she does remember when they were 30 cents if they stopped there on the way to $3.
Dad said that, back in the late 50s, him and Aunt Georgine and some kids, they would go bowl in their league on Saturday mornings, and then they were done. They would walk across over to the McDonald's, and then for like quarter or 50 cents, they would get a hamburger, fries, and a drink.
Those days are gone.
Oh, those days are so gone. Those days are so gone. But
what are you gonna do? I've said it before. The value of things don't change. The value of our money just goes to hell as they print more.
You print more, it devalues it.
Yep.
Yeah. But we're all in this fight together. We're all in this ship together. So we'll get it down. We'll keep it floating.
Yep. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and end our live now. Mm-hmm. And the next time you see us, will probably be on our Whatnot show
this Friday at 9:00, following What the Hell's show from 7 to 9.
Yep.
So we look forward to seeing y'all. Just come on in, say hi, give us some love. It'll be appreciated.
Yep. And if you wanted one of these keychains, again, just send us an email.
And they're $12.
They're $12 here. They're going to be more on Whatnot,
mm-hmm.
but they're $12 here, shipped. So we'll pay the shipping to get it to you. If you're outside of the continental United States,
we'll look into it.
We'll figure out, because they're not going to weigh that much. It can't cost that much to ship. And we'll pay the first $2 of the shipping anyway. Yeah. If we do it that way.
Well, let's make sure
Yeah.
What we think might be this could be something else.
Yeah.
So you guys, thank you so much for your love. We'll be back here next Saturday night at 8:00 on Conkys Flippin Adventures. Night all.
Night.